Good morning. I'm coming to you, the leadership of the Mid-Atlantic District, to bring you a personal message because you are on the front lines of crisis ministry. The predicament our world is facing today is unprecedented in our time. In our time, there have never existed conditions in which the church needs to arise to her mission and her identity. As you develop new approaches to continue the worship experience in your church, I want to assure you that the district office stands ready as a resource for you to help equip you for continued ministry. We're going to make our video software available to you so that you can continue to do worship services, Bible studies, and that kind of ministry. We're also ready to make our online giving platform available for those of you who need it. If your church doesn't have such a thing, please call us. Your congregation will be able to log on to our website, give their regular tithes and offerings. It will be earmarked for your church and sent to you. We are also ready to provide coaching and training to leverage the resources that you already have but may not know how to maximize for ministry purposes. The church is and must be much more than a Sunday morning experience, though. Today is a day of unparalleled opportunity for ministry. In the face of fear and anxiety, we can and should walk in hope and in confidence. The great theologian John Wayne said, "Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway." I urge you to move forward in this season of ministry, not in fear, but with courage. Jesus said the greatest love of all is a love that sacrifices all. And this great love is demonstrated when a person sacrifices his life for his friends. John 15:13. With confidence in the sovereign God, and in conformity to our identity and high calling, in cooperation with the revelation of His incarnate love in Jesus Christ, let us love the people of our world today deeply and sincerely. And that especially focuses on the elderly and the vulnerable populations in our churches and beyond. I want to challenge you to serve them. One of the ways that has been suggested is to offer to do their grocery shopping. They shouldn't be out. The elderly and infirmed should not be out in the general population, even with social distancing. Perhaps you could organize the people in your congregation who are currently deferred from their jobs to provide that kind of service, not only for the people in your church, but also for the people in your community. I encourage you to love them by sacrificing your comfort, your time, your routines for their need and protection. If you're like me, you're not a great big fan of hand sanitizer, but use it anyway because it is an act of self-sacrificing love to do what you don't like to do for the good of others. Let there be no hoarding found among us or any other selfish behaviors. That's the conduct of people who live in fear and anxiety. Let it not be found among us. Share with what you have with those in need. Across our district today, there are tens of thousands of people who are unemployed because of the coronavirus. Seek them out. Find out what you can do to minister to them. Let them know that they are not forgotten, that they are not set aside. And finally, pray with them and for them. When I say pray with them, I mean with them, not just in a church prayer meeting, online or in person, but pray with them where you meet them, in the grocery store, at the post office, wherever life causes you to travel. You're going to meet people who are afraid, who are anxious. Pray with them. Let them hear you talk to the eternal God on their behalf. And finally, abide by the guidelines offered by the CDC and therein love your communities deeply and from the heart. It is a gross inconvenience to limit your gatherings to 10 people. Some of you have boards bigger than that. But this is not a time for us to seek our ease or our convenience. Let's find a way to continue to do ministry in a context that is changing. Accompanying this video is going to be an information sheet that details the ways that we can assist you in this crisis. Please feel free to call us for assistance or call us with any questions you may have. We can't do everything, but whatever resources we have available, we will make available to you so that your ministry on the front lines of this crisis can continue. We also want to hear from you. What are you doing to adapt, to adjust, and to continue ministry in this crisis? How are you managing the size limitations? How are you managing the social distancing requirements? How are you managing the extra cleaning and sanitation that's required of us in these times? How are you doing ministry in this great hour of opportunity? I want you to hear this from our heart. We love you, we are praying for you, and we want to do anything we can possibly do to help you be successful. Our national leaders have suggested that this crisis may last anywhere from 4 months to a year and a half. When this passes, and it will, may the world look on the behavior of the church and be able to say, this was her finest hour. God bless you.